Welcome back to Car Craze. Today, we're diving into something truly exciting, the return of an iconic British classic with a modern twist. That's right, we're talking about the 2026 MG MGB. This isn't just a nameplate revival, it's a full-fledged rebirth of a legend that once defined affordable open-top motoring. So, let's unpack everything you need to know about the all-new 2026 MG MGB. Design, performance, technology, heritage, and what this car means for MG in the modern automotive world. The original MGB was introduced in 1962 and quickly became one of the most beloved British sports cars of all time. It was simple, lightweight, fun to drive, and, most importantly, affordable. Over 500,000 units were sold before production ended in 1980. Since then, the MGB has lived on in the hearts of car enthusiasts and collectors, but now, after decades, MG is bringing it back with a 21st century makeover. And it's going electric. Yes, the 2026 MG MGB is fully electric. This move shouldn't come as a surprise, given the global shift toward electrification, but what is surprising is how MG has managed to balance modern EV tech with classic British roadster charm. The 2026 MGB isn't just a retro-inspired EV, it's a carefully engineered tribute that pays respect to its heritage while embracing the future. Let's start with the design. From the moment you lay eyes on the 2026 MGB, you know exactly what it is. The proportions are classic: long hood, short rear deck, and low stance. MG has retained the spirit of the original Roadster while refining the aesthetics to suit modern tastes. There's a beautifully sculpted front end with round LED headlights that pay homage to the vintage design, a minimal grille, because, of course, an EV doesn't need a big radiator, and sleek lines that flow elegantly from nose to tail. Chrome accents are tastefully used, and the rear features a pair of retro-styled taillights that hint at the past while delivering futuristic vibes. Open the door, and the nostalgia continues, but with a modern upgrade. The cabin is driver-focused, compact, and surprisingly premium. Soft touch materials, brushed aluminum, vegan leather, and minimalist design dominate the interior. But don't expect a tech-free zone. The new MGB comes with a fully digital instrument cluster, a large central touchscreen with MG's latest infotainment system, and all the connectivity features you'd expect from a 2026 model: wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, voice controls, and over-the-air software updates. MG hasn't gone overboard with screens, though. There's a physical volume knob, traditional air vents, and even a few analog-style toggle switches, just enough to keep the tactile joy alive for those who still love a bit of old-school feel in their cars. Now let's talk performance. The 2026 MG MGB is powered by a single electric motor mounted at the rear, keeping the classic rear-wheel drive layout intact. Depending on the trim, the MGB produces between 200 to 250 horsepower, which might not sound like a lot in today's world of 500 horsepower EVs, but remember, this is a small, lightweight roadster. MG has gone to great lengths to keep the curb weight under 3,000 pounds, a rarity in the EV world. This lightness, combined with a low center of gravity thanks to the underfloor battery pack, makes for a very agile, tossable car. 0 to 60 miles per hour comes in around 6 seconds for the base model and just under 5.5 seconds for the performance trim. It's quick, but not absurdly fast, and that's intentional. The MGB isn't about straight-line dominance, it's about engagement, precision, and having fun in the corners. The electric steering is finely tuned to deliver feedback, and the suspension, featuring a double wishbone setup up front and a multi-link rear, is tuned for spirited driving without sacrificing ride comfort. Range-wise, the MGB offers about 250 miles on a single charge, thanks to a 55 kWh battery pack. That's more than enough for weekend drives, city cruising, or even a coastal road trip. Fast charging is supported, allowing 80% charge in about 30 minutes using a DC fast charger. MG has also hinted at a future long-range variant with up to 300 miles of range, but for now, the focus is on fun over endurance. Safety and driver assistance features are also present, but thankfully, they don't get in the way of the driving experience. You've got adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot monitoring, but MG has wisely kept them unobtrusive. No beeping overload or constant nudging of the steering wheel. It's all about preserving the joy of driving. So, what does the return of the MGB mean for MG as a brand? It's a bold statement. MG, now under the ownership of Chinese giant SAIC, has been steadily gaining ground in global markets with affordable EVs and crossovers. But the 2026 MGB shows they're not just about practicality, they want to rekindle the emotional connection people used to have with cars. It's a halo product that reminds the world MG still knows how to build something fun, soulful, and desirable. Pricing is also a pleasant surprise. MG is keeping the MGB accessible, with starting prices expected around $35,000, going up to about $42,000 for the higher performance trims. That's impressive, especially when you consider the quality, design, and performance on offer. In a market where many EVs are creeping toward luxury pricing, the MGB offers a refreshing blend of affordability and excitement. Of course, the MGB won't be for everyone. It's a two-seater with a small trunk, and it's not designed for family hauling or long commutes. But that's exactly the point, it's not trying to be everything. It's a weekend toy, a daily smile machine, a love letter to those who remember when cars were about joy, not just transportation. The arrival of the 2026 MG MGB also opens up exciting possibilities. Could we see an electric MGB GT coupe in the future? Or maybe a modern-day MG midget? With the success of this new MGB, MG could very well expand its classic revival lineup and become the go-to brand for fun, affordable EVs with character. To wrap things up, the 2026 MG MGB is more than just a nostalgic throwback. It's a symbol of what the future of driving can be, a fusion of past and present, where emotion, design, and technology meet. It doesn't aim to compete with Teslas or outgun Porsches. Instead, it carves its own lane, offering a unique proposition in the EV world. A light, engaging, beautiful little sports car that just happens to be electric. For those who miss the days of analog driving but want to embrace the electric future, the MGB might just be the perfect bridge between eras. It's not just a car, it's a statement. And in a world increasingly dominated by crossovers and soulless appliances on wheels, the MGB reminds us that driving can still be fun. So what do you think? Has MG nailed the revival of a legend? Would you consider buying the 2026 MGB? Let us know in the comments, and if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to Car Craze for more in-depth car reviews, news, and everything auto-related. See you in the next one.